which is a bad way to start the weekend when you're doing a reptile show. First of all, I hate taking baby snakes to a show. I would rather ship. When you ship a snake, it's in transit for like 10 or 12 hours. When you take a snake to a show, this snake is in transit 5, 6 days. We only do shows, I limit myself to shows that we can drive one day to. Overheating is a way that you can really mess up, snakes pretty quick. They can be cool for quite a while, but if they get too hot, that's where there's trouble. So lots of people do all kinds of things about worrying about hooking them up with heat tape and thermostats and keeping them warm or giving them a hot spot. They really don't need that just in transit. You have to think about the experience from the animal's perspective, and what makes them comfortable and uncomfortable. There was this much of a gap on here before. The trailer is fine. I think it's breaking my car. I haven't towed to this thing in 2 years, it's been COVID, so we hooked it up, we're driving it, and I'm like, the bumper looks slightly lower than it did when we left. Made it this far. I don't know if it's gonna make it back. That was 14 hours of driving for a guy with an old back. I forgot how much I hate vending shows. All right, here's our nice beefy hitch that we used, but it bolts into the frame right here, and it feels like this has been pinching right here a little bit. Yep, that's the frame of my truck. It's a big deal to vend a show like this, at least like to the level that we do it. But my thing is, like, I don't want to drive around across the country, take the better half of a week to go vend something, miss a weekend, do all that stuff, and not have the coolest spread. Like, if we try really hard and somebody emulates what we do, A, it says that I'm doing a good job, and B, it just raises the level, the bar for the reptile industry, making it more and more legitimate all the time, which is exactly what we need. Friday morning's always a little bit crazy, a little bit hectic. You really don't know what to expect, especially a show like this. Everything's been shut down forever. So this is potentially the biggest show to happen in the U.S. since COVID. I'm pretty excited about it. Spreading out. Gotta find the booth. We've never done this one before. It's a pretty weird layout too. It's nice. You found one? Sweet. Does it look like in the middle. Right in the middle of the show? Yeah. Get there the earliest you can to set up, because a lot of people are slackers. There's way less people trying to get in right now. The other thing is, I just put everything on wheels so we don't have to pull right up. We can just kind of get close. Every newbie vendor that I talk to, without fail, they're like, well, I'm hoping I can make some money at this show. I heard this is a good show to make money at. I think that's the wrong perspective from the get-go. You know what I mean? What you want to do at a show is get your name out. You want people to get to know you, understand that they can trust you, understand that you're going to take care of them as a customer, show them who you are, what you're all about, what the animals are about. Take some names and numbers and stuff like that, figure out what people are interested in, and then call them, follow up later. But you're going to make X amount at the show, but you'll make far more if you follow up with people and they understand that you care. So we got Stephen Livingston here, who graciously showed up and are sponsoring the Searchable as Reptiles podcast with the drink stuff from you work there.
Yeah,
so that's pretty sick. Yeah, so that's very cool. And we have young sir here.
Noah.
There's a lot of Noahs these days. Noah, what was the best part of the show for you, would you say?
Everything. Except for the roaches.
Except for the roaches.
Not into the cockroaches, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Big sucker. Problem is, Jake makes everything look small. That's a blonde. Look how sexy that is.
Just a big blonde tiger, old school prehistoric pets blood right here. Why is blonde the best? Because they get the darkest, I think.
They hatch out looking like an amel.
Like an amel,
blazing laser red eyes, and they get darker with every shed. It's one of the few that have like a monstrous color change, ontogenic color change.
It's pretty cool. Sure,
Sick, buddy. Hey, thanks, dude.
That's good.
Appreciate it, brother.
That's the blonde king right there.
Reptile ban would have passed no problem. It was the next to last day of the legislature. We stopped the thing 3 times in a row. 3 days in a row we stopped this ban. And if we hadn't gotten an alert and let South Carolina know about it, that thing would have passed. We would have found out about it about a month later. So that's where your money goes, to protect your freedom, to keep these animals. And I gotta say responsibly, if you're some yahoo keeping venomous snakes in a plastic tub on the floor, stop it. Because you're the reason that I have a job, and I would much rather not have a job.
I'm tired, my voice is gone, can you tell? So it's a good show. Did you check out the new rig? The non-bent frame one? It helps to have like solid, good friends. They're literally letting us use for free. They stepped up big time and let me use their tow rig for their race cars to get this thing home. And then I'll swap it back to them when we get a minute to relax and breathe. So. Well, it is now Monday night. If you would like to see every single one of these animals that we took to a show in a video, you should watch this one right here. It's a pretty fun video. We like hanging out with you guys live on Wednesdays. I like it even more hanging out with you guys at the show. But let's have a conversation. We'll pick the right animal from you, and whether or not it happened to be one that we thought was safe to take to a show, we can get it to you. We can get it to you anytime.